What up, guys? It's Mihail, and today I'd like to talk about a matchup that is pretty much like 99% happening next. I don't think that Dricus is gonna fight Alex Pereira. You know, Alex is supposed to fight Nikolaev. Imavov is also probably next in line for a title shot right after Khamzat. I don't think he's gonna fight another fight. I mean, nobody expected him to KO Izzy. I think it's a win that should definitely get you a shot at the title. But nevertheless, this fight is happening next at middleweight for the belt. Khamzat Chimaev versus Dricus du Plessis. This fight has no fucking right of being close. There is absolutely no way, no matter which way it goes, it is not going to be close. First round is Chimaev's, in my opinion, is Chimaev's only chance to win this fight. However, it is highly likely that he will win that fight in the first round because Dricus usually takes time to get it going, at least in that very first round. I'm not talking about like Dricus being like a Piotr Jan or something, but I feel like if there is a time where he would be prone to takedowns, it is definitely in round one against, especially against a guy like Chimaev. So I definitely think it's going to be harder for Chimaev, however, to do anything he did to Rob. Rob is on his way out. Dricus is better than ever. Very impressive win against Sean Strickland. And when, as I predicted it to be a decision, more competitive than it was, but a decision that will be clearly in the favor of Dricus, which it was. So no striking. I mean, no wrestling involved either. So will definitely be a breath of fresh air when we see this matchup. But man, if you're going to war with Gilbert Burns, Kamaru Usman, fair enough. But Gilbert Burns, and you're shooting right away in the first round. I just don't know if you can do that. I mean, submit a guy like Dricus du Plessis in the first round. Very strong physically. Due to his awkwardness, he could get taken down quick. I mean, I'm pretty sure Dricus literally admitted that he would get taken down by Khamzat Chimaev. That he absolutely can't take him down. I mean, Khamzat could Dricus. Ugh, man. That first round will be one of the most interesting first rounds in middleweight history, honestly, because we're really gonna see just how good Hamzat is. Now, Robert Whitaker is a guy that has really good takedown defense, but Dricus, you really don't know what to expect because I feel like with this last fight against Strickland, he's getting a bit more technical and a bit less goofy. And I really think he's going to prepare himself well for this matchup. I think he's going to work on submission defense if he does believe that Hamzat can really take him down. A takedown will probably happen in the first round. Like, genuinely, I don't see how you could avoid that fucking Nav jump scare ass takedown from Hamzat in the first round. I, man, I think that Dricus is gonna get taken down, and he is going to get his back taken, but he is going to work to uh to try to not get submitted. I think he's gonna fend off submissions, and he's going to survive the first round. My prediction is for Dricus to survive the first round because that's what this fight is really all about. What's gonna happen in that first round? And like the thumbnail says, I think that if Chimaev doesn't finish him in the first round, he's fucking cooked. Like his boxing is like after this fight with Strickland, I can confidently say that I think du Plessis is on a higher level in terms of striking than Hamzat. Hamzat doesn't really have any kicks. Du Plessis does. They're pretty similar in size. I think that uh, it will be very interesting to see how the fight looks in terms of physicality, in terms of like just pure raw strength, because both guys are really good in that department. But I think it took Hamza like a decent amount of time to get that submission against Rob, whereas I think that Du Plessis is gonna do much better in fending off that submission. So my prediction is for Khamzat to win the first round by a 10-9, maybe a 10-8, depending on how much strikes, how many strikes Du Plessis lets to get to him. But overall, it's either a 49-46 Dricus or a first round finish by Khamzat. I think that's how the fight's gonna go. On the other hand, I think that if Du Plessis does survive the first round and really gets going with the boxing, I think he could potentially maybe even TKO Khamzat in the later rounds, depending on how fatigued Chimaev will be. I think he's much healthier, like physically also. So I don't. I'm not very confident in saying Dricus could finish him via TKO in the later rounds, but I do think that it is not going to be a competitive fight. I think that Dricus needs to survive the first round, do everything he can to avoid uh, submissions, because I think he will get taken down. It's pretty much a guarantee. But I do think he's got what it takes to defend himself on the ground. He's proven to, time and time again, to be able to survive in different positions with different styles. And I think that Khamzat Chimaev can definitely finish him on the other hand, but I think he's going to be a bit overrated going into this fight because of what he did to Robert Whittaker. But keep in mind, something happened to Whittaker's jaw. Like he probably was going to get submitted anyway, but at the same time, it wasn't gonna be as quick. Something happened to Whittaker's jaw. I'm not sure if it was because of Khamzat. If it was, props to him. But what are the chances of that happening again against a different guy? So my prediction, early prediction for this fight is 49-46 or 10-8 in the first round for Khamzat, and then rounds 2-5 going for Dricus. Wait, if he wins the 10-8 first round, that would be. Hold on, let me let me pull out the fucking calculator for this shit. That would be 10 plus 4 times 9. Jesus Christ, dude. We're having a math lesson over here. Where's the calculator? That's 10 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9. And then 40. Yeah, I think it's going to be a 48-46 for Dricus. Or 40. Yeah, I think it's going to be either a 49-46 Dricus, 48-46 Dricus if Khamzat gets a 10-8 in the first round, or it's going to be a first round submission. I just don't see it going any other way. I mean, like I said, maybe TKO Dricus, but I think Khamzat is. I don't want to underrate him either. I don't want to underestimate him. So I think these are like the 4 most probable scenarios, but I would lean 49-46 Dricus. I think this is the most probable outcome of this fight. I just think that Rob was really tense going into his fight with Khamzat. I think Dricus is going to be much more confident in his chances. So, yeah. Early prediction, Dricus. And it's probably going to be unpopular. I think Khamzat is going to be a pretty sizable favorite going into this fight and even like right before it. But I think Dricus is just one of those guys who has what it takes to deal with these superior grapplers. The era of these scary Russian Dagestani wrestlers, I think, is slowly coming to an end. I think that people are starting to catch up to kind of not just their style, but also their mindset and what they're kind of intimidated by and what doesn't work for them in terms of what they have to deal with in a fight. So I think it's not as crazy to pick against them anymore. And that's why I'm going to go with Dricus. I think Dricus is very underrated right now still, even after this second win against Strickland. I think he's got a lot to prove to the more casual fans, in my opinion. I think every casual is gonna pick Khamzat. I'm not saying everybody who picks Khamzat is a casual, but I think all casuals will pick Khamzat to win this fight. My ultimate prediction, Dricus 49-46, could very well be a first round submission for Khamzat Chimaev. But I mean, fuck man, we'll see. It's MMA. And anything can happen. Maybe fucking this time, maybe Khamzat Chimaev will drop a piano on someone. Maybe this time, fucking Khamzat will slip on a banana peel. But nah, bro, I'm just pushing it. Dricus is gonna win this fight, in my opinion. And it's all a matter of how he can deal with that first round pressure from Chimaev. So that'll be it. Early prediction, obviously, I'm gonna give a second one once this fight gets announced and right before the fight happens. So, yep, that's it for this video, and I'll talk to you later. See ya.